He been saying racist shit for a long time. His whole career got started denying apartments in New York City to black people. I don't give a damn how many pictures Donald Trump takes with black people, entertainers and celebrities. Let's remind folk in Django Unchained, okay? Guess what? The Leonardo DiCaprio character, he loved his Stephen. And his Stephen loved him. You had some white slave masters who loved their house Negroes. So let's be real clear. Just because you took some pictures and were around black people, don't mean you couldn't stand black people.
You know, I'm just surprised really that Tim Scott, if I can just say this, that he picked this time to actually step forward and say this is the racist thing to come out of the White House.
So let me tell you what happened. So let me give you the background, because I was talking to them today. A group of black Republicans had a call this morning. And basically what was decided was Tim is going to fire the first shot across the bow. And what was communicated to the White House was, if y'all don't take this down, this is a red line. So there were a number of very prominent black Republicans, not Burgess Owen. I'm talking about real black Republicans, 3-4 generation black Republicans, who made it clear, you don't take it down, we're about to come out blasting your ass. So the Scott tweet was a part of that to get their attention, and then the Scott phone call. That's the backstory.
And still, out of everything that's happened in the history of Donald Trump, he decided that this was the time he was going to be fully where he is. Granted, your story obviously played a part in it. But when we think about everything that he has done, Donald Trump, when we think about the history and the power that the Supreme Court has given him and what he has been doing in order to exercise every single thing on the books, off the books, and create new books in order to reinstate his power in areas where it never, ever existed. The Tims, the Marys, all the things that have been talked about in the history of all of this. Listen, this was egregious, we know. But all the other egregious things, the fact that they are not rallying around that, difficult to wrap my head around. But I do understand the process. I just think this is one of the things where, again, we are unsurprised about all of this. So while it is, something that we should be talking about, and certainly all of the things that happen behind the scenes got this tweet to be taken down, it's something that we know that we're going to see more of it. This is what he does. This is how he actually rallies people around a subject that really, when we look at other things that are going on in the world, this is just another distraction. So it's a rallying point for everybody and a reminder of what we already know and seeing for years and what we're going to be seeing, Roland, for years to come.
Matt?
I mean, in 1989, Donald Trump took out a full-page ad saying, bring back the death penalty in response to the Central Park Five. We've known who he was for a very long time. People voted for him as a known quantity. They voted for him after his first stint in office. They voted for him every time he said something else racist. They voted for him when they knew crazy-ass Stephen Miller was in his White House, basically trying to emulate a 1930s Nazi Germany. None of these things are new. These are things that people have accepted and they have chosen. And now they're trying to draw lines in the sand as though this is beyond the pale. But it's been beyond the pale since before he got into office. So he's a known quantity you've chosen up until this point. None of this should be surprising to anyone.
So let me go ahead and speak to, there's several people I need to speak to on something right now that really is important. And it's amazing. Matter of fact, let me do this first. Have any of y'all, let's see what that member of the Help, Lorenzo Sewell, the fool who gave that awful damn sermon, the awful damn prayer. Let's see here. I'm checking his Twitter feed. I don't see anything. So let me go on here and go over the threads. See, that's that little short little MAGA leprechaun who Trump came to his church, and he's been kissing MAGA ass ever since. Lorenzo Sewell. Let me see what he said. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Nothing. See, it's amazing that, and it's the same little fool who yesterday said, Polar spoke the truth today. This is the National Prayer Breakfast. Polar spoke the truth today and set souls free. The Democrats are a faithless party, and they cheat in our elections and steal our resources. But real Donald Trump let the international faith community know he means business. Yeah, you a dumbass. But he ain't said nothing about the racist video today. Let me also tell you who ain't said nothing. This here, MAGA-loving Negro from Florida. Go ahead and go to my iPad. This is Bishop Kevin Kobaris. Or is it Kelvin? Let's see, is it Kevin or yeah, it's Kelvin. Kelvin Kobaris. Okay, now you might have seen him at the White House. He's been at the White House and he's been at the faith stuff, praying with Trump, praying over Trump, and all this sort of stuff along those lines, and doing that. But you know what? His ass silent on social media today. Oh, I mean, so right, if I sit here and let's see here, this is his Twitter feed. Now go back. Okay, so yeah, you get all the I'm prepping the checklist with Paula White for tonight's special Easter dinner with the president. I see that. Oh, I see the video of him. Oh yeah, this is him talking in front of the White House. Yeah, I see you, Kelvin. This is him, other videos, and he's sitting here. Oh, so he is a Trump-loving Negro. That's him with Paula White again. There he is again. That's right. Oh, with Franklin Graham and all of them. Oh, look at them just at the White House. And so, yeah. But when it comes to the racist video, Kelvin ain't said nothing publicly. Now, maybe he communicating with folk on the slide, but he ain't said nothing publicly. See, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you a member of so-called Bishop Kelvin's church, last I checked, preachers are supposed to speak truth. But he's silent. Because see, this is what happens when you trying to stay in the big house. See, when you trying to stay in the big house and not get sent to the fields, then what you have to do is do the bidding of Massa. And that's Bishop Kelvin Kobaris. And all the other black folk who running around Donald Trump kissing his feet. Now, we've shown you actual white Republicans who have called this thing out. In fact, I didn't even read. Hell, Representative Mike Lawler, he sat here and called that thing out in terms of, and said it's just straight up wrong, blasting what took place. I mean, again, so if white Republicans have the audacity and the unmitigated gall to call out Trump's racism, how is it that his Negro handlers like Sewell, Lorenzo Sewell, and Kelvin Kobaris, why y'all so quiet? See, I love it when y'all put on y'all the social media that you're truth tellers. What about this truth? What about the lying? I mean, I would think, like, Lorenzo Sewell so stupid. Donald Trump yesterday at the prayer breakfast took credit for a prisoner being released by the Sudanese. That happened under Obama. Oh, but Sewell said Trump was speaking truth and setting the captives free. I guess for Lorenzo Sewell, a lying occupant of the White House is Christian-like. But see, this is part of the problem. Part of the problem is when you have these soulless Negroes, S-O-U-L-L-E-S-S, who are afraid to say what's right. Now, again, I done smacked Senator Tim Scott on many occasions, but at least I'll give him the credit for putting him on blast publicly and then telling him personally that what he put out was racist and wrong. And then all of a sudden, he took it down. But you got to be really awful at what you do to be a black, to be a so-called preacher, to be a black preacher, and for you to be silent in the face of racism. But then again, when your focus is doing the MAGA dance, then again, when your focus is to keep getting your invitations, and then them allowing you to say a prayer in front of the other crazy, deranged, white, right-wing evangelicals. See, now we understand. And so, don't please, during Black History Month, I don't want to hear any of you so-called black preachers who kiss more MAGA ass than Melania saying anything, because you clearly have made it perfectly clear that you won't speak truth to power, that you are happy being in the back of the bus saying, yes, sir, no, sir, what you need, sir, can I get you some water, sir? Can I shine your shoes, sir? That's what you're doing. And so, Bishop Kelvin Corbaris, if you truly are a man of God, what you got to say? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't hear anything, because your trifling ass is silent.